Community Parks meeting. We'll begin with our code of conduct. Bronx Community Board 7 has the right to remove a board member or member of the public from a meeting for engaging in inappropriate conduct, including but not limited to obscene, threatening, or harassing language, slander, threats of violence, personal attacks of any kind, or offensive, inflammatory comments on the basis of ethnicity, race, age, religion, gender, sexual orientation, and/or disability. Members of the public who engage in any other behavior that reasonably impedes the orderly administration of the meeting while at a board meeting shall be removed from the board meeting at the discretion of the chair or a chair designate. All right. We'll take a look at the agenda is up. I think we will start, however, with the attendance, or should we wait a little longer, Carla, for the attendance? With the hope that we will have a quorum.
Right, you could start now.
Okay, we'll start now. The agenda is posted. Please take a quick look. All right, now we're into attendance. Okay. All right, we'll take attendance then. Barbara Strauss is here. Esme Sortolo. Esme, are you on? All right. Gwen said she wasn't able to come. She's absent. Jesus has to work tonight. He's out. Marcus McLarty? No. Tasha Andrews?
Tasha's here.
Thank you. Toby Buford?
She's trying to get on, but she has some difficulty.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. And Yini Rodriguez?
Here.
Thank you. All right, so
I saw someone just came in the meeting, so Toby, are you Samsung?
Arrived about an hour after the incident. The locals saw where the balloon was going, and after it did not return for a long time, they became worried and went in that direction.
Okay, you can take the attendance down. I don't hear Toby, but if she's trying, she'll probably be on soon. All right, please take a look at the agenda. The guidelines we went over, attendance we're taking, we'll review the minutes, follow up from the previous month, new business, that's the usual, that's posted on the agenda. We have a section for questions for the Department of Parks, and then we will move on to talk about the cameras that were installed at Williamsbridge Oval. We'll spend a little time for suggestions for next year's tree lighting, since we haven't met since the tree lighting, and some of you may have some suggestions for next year. We'll next talk about getting parts of the park dedicated after certain individuals, and parks and recreation centers, volunteer groups will have a minute to discuss their programs. And then we have some announcements about tree planting and also about the Bronx Park Speak Up at the end of the month. All right, Carla, we'll move on then to review of the previous minutes. If you have
you don't have a quorum, so you can't vote on the minutes.
Oh, right, we can't vote
Yes.
on those. We'll leave that till later. Okay, follow up from the previous month. I have one item, and that is we had requested that a bench be named in honor of Mr. Downer, Dwight Downer, and I understand Councilman Dinowitz said that he was going to do whatever had to be done money-wise or whatever to have that done. So that's a plus that we will be getting that done soon. All right. Okay, we can move on then to the new business. I'm glad Joe is here, and maybe you can tell us the status of the rehabilitation of Frisch Field. The last time I saw the plans for the field was back during the COVID years. We were online, and I don't know what's happened to the plans for Frisch Field. I know there was somewhat of a problem that DEP had to take care of. And my question is, did this take place? Did they come in and do something? Is it going out to contract yet? Where are we with that?
Yep, I actually emailed Kat about this to get an answer, and it is the contract has all required permits and approval and is currently proceeding through procurement. Typical procurement timelines are 10 to 12 months. So I hope to have a registered contractor on board by the end of 2026.
Oh, geez.
That's the official answer.
That's got to be about 5 years since it was under a former councilman that the money was appropriated. And Dinowitz is in 4 years already. So it's got to be at least 6 years. I thought that whole process had been shortened by Parks. Evidently not.
Yeah, I'm
All
not
right.
sure what the holdup is, but that was the official answer I got from Kat.
Okay. All right, so we will follow up in another couple of months. Hopefully, we will see some action. I guess not by the end of this year, though. All right, we'll move on to some maintenance problems. I don't know if anybody else on the committee has noticed, but very often when garbage is picked up by your trucks, there's quite a bit of spillage that nobody seems to be picking up. And I don't know if it's something in the contract that they don't have to shovel up what's dropped, but it certainly leaves a mess that
Has it been worse since the weather?
uh, I would say no.
Okay, it's just overall they're not
Overall, they don't clean up after themselves.
Yeah, that's a conversation I have to have with them. I've spoken to them about it, but maybe we got to take it to the next level if they're not doing their job. So
Yeah.
I'll have discussions with them.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Mhm.
I was going to ask next for the condition of the parks. Well, needless to say, everything is snow covered, so we really can't discuss that. Snow removal, it was slow in my area anyway. I know there was a major problem along the outfield fence of Frisch Field on Botanical Square. I don't know if your work is realized, but if you go to the end of the heading into the square, if you go to the end of the outfield of Frisch Field, there's a temporary railroad station set up right there because they're building a new station at Botanical Gardens. And after the storm last week, whoever came and shoveled, the path was so narrow that you could barely stand with your 2 feet together. And people couldn't pass. It was difficult. And I about maybe 3 or 4 days later, somebody must have complained and a much wider path came there. So if you could let your guys know that, a lot of people use that walk along the outfield there on the sidewalk to get onto the train. Now,
Okay, so it was on the outfield fence. It was on the sidewalk.
exactly. Yes, from
Okay.
Webster to the railroad tracks. And the entrance now for the station is right at that point along the outfield fence.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be helpful. Does anybody have any comments they would like to share about, that's good about other parks in the area? Tasha, I see your hand.
Yeah, I do. I know that the staff is limited in clearing out the pathways are the most important thing, but Do they take any time to work on the actual field?
No, like
Okay.
the turf.
Yeah, because we have a permit every Saturday since the beginning of January. In the past 3 weeks, we haven't been able to run our program because of the snow on the actual turf.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way we'd be able to get that snow off.
No.
Let's hope it doesn't snow again Monday, because it's going to snow supposedly again Monday. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, we don't have the capability of taking care of that.
No.
Not even the permitted ones. I mean, I don't expect them to clear
Yeah,
all of the ones.
I mean, I don't even think we have a. No, not that I don't think, but you would need. I mean,
Well,
it's not like
we're
something
not
you
even
could put.
asking for the whole field. Maybe like 30 yards on one side, or just
But I
something.
don't know how I would clear it off without damaging the field, and the field's already in bad condition anyway.
I
You
understand.
know what I mean? You'd have to
Right.
shovel, and then who knows what you
Get
would do
to,
with the crumb rubber, and it's
okay.
just yeah.
I understand. Thanks, Joe.
Well, did
I
you talk to Fanny about your permits? I mean, if you paid, if there's any, no, because
No,
she
there's
could
no,
always take care of you.
yeah, that the fee is not an issue. So, but thank you for
Okay,
that.
all right,
Right.
but Fanny could take care of you. All right,
Okay, thank you.
you got it.
Tasha, you don't have any indoor area like a gym nearby that they could work out a
We,
little bit?
we've contacted the Clinton, which is our fall, we utilize their field, their outdoor field, and we asked them for an indoor space, but they said they have no Saturday space in other centers. So we would need like a gym, a
Right,
big gym, a big
exactly.
space.
So
So
they can practice passing and all,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh,
we're just gonna wait it out.
oh, wow, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
And I just want
Okay.
to say something about snow removal, not necessarily about WBO with the field and stuff. But Barbara, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but so when storms like this,
Mhm.
our equipment is actually detailed to sanitation.
Oh,
So we are required to provide sanitation with our plow truck. And it's very frustrating because we have a lot of work to do, and we end up sending our trucks over to sanitation. And then this year we also had to send um borough wide 2 days in a row 45 staff members in the Bronx to sanitation 2 days in a row to clear hydrants. And so we spent a lot of time doing sanitation detail this storm, and then it turned into ice, and then it just becomes a way slower process
right.
when you're getting ice up. It's very labor intensive, it's rough. So
Not easy. I mean,
no, it's not
no
easy.
matter
So
what, the problem is they always pull from parks.
yep.
All right, I know I have spring and summer staffing and it's early in the year to discuss that. So my first question will be, you still have the same Bronx, commissioner, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And, are you getting ready for, the
We
warmer
st-
weather?
Yep, and we started interviewing, which is good. Um, the interviewing got pushed back because of the weather. We were on a roll for a little while, and that kind of isn't the case right now. Everybody's kind of busy, so we'll start up with the interviewing again. And as we get closer, I'll give you some more information.
Okay, good, thank you. Any questions on, any of those items that are listed under maintenance? Anybody? All right, we'll move on then.
Hi, Barbara.
As,
I
hello,
Yes, I had a
oh, Chad, you have a question, go ahead.
yeah. So I just want to make mention that the Devoe Park, from the
Yes.
time that we got so much snow, at least two or three of the pathways were not even shoveled. Some of them were shoveled, but if you try to get from one side to the other, you couldn't do it if you were carrying something. So I just want to mention that.
And
Uh,
it's still like that?
it's a little better now, but it was very frustrating. I
Okay.
actually had to help an old lady walk on top of the ice just to get her safe. It was very
Okay.
dangerous.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Chad. Okay, any other items before we move on? All right, as you know, cameras were installed at Williamsbridge Oval. All right, after the terrible incident over the summer, we were told that 20 cameras would be installed around the park. From what I understand, cameras were installed in and around the center at the Oval, and they certainly did not get installed around the outside of the park. Now, Joe, are you aware of this, or?
So I think that the 20 number that you're
Yeah.
mentioning was for the rec center.
Because originally we heard it was going to be set up so that the cameras would be set around the park.
No, so it's the 20 number was for the rec center. And then Val, the Argus cameras, what was there, 3 or 2? I'm trying to think.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Yeah, okay. There was 2 August cameras that
Yeah,
was
the 2.
installed by NYPD, and one was up under the tunnel, and I can't confirm, but I believe the other one was by the basketball court.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
First one
So
was where?
by the tunnel.
Oh, the tunnel. Okay.
Yep. And then the other one is near the basketball court. So right outside the track and outside, like on that corner between the track and the entrance of the basketball court.
Okay.
So the Argus, so the Argus cameras are, I guess, covering the park. So like the main entrance and the basketball area, and then the center got 20 cameras to cover around the center and inside the center.
Okay, but the other end of the park isn't covered at all, I take it.
I believe so, but I feel like so NYPD actually did they went in there with their crime prevention team, and I think they made their decisions based on what they felt the biggest issue was. So
Okay, all right. Any questions regarding the installation of the cameras? Okay, we will move on then.
I'm sorry, I just have one question about the
Let's
cameras.
go ahead.
Are they recording cameras or are they manned cameras? Like is someone
Good question.
yeah, so you see those cameras that they're all around the city. They have they're called Argus cameras. So the footage is all maintained by NYPD. So it's filming, and if there's ever an incident, they could always go back. NYPD has direct access where they could go back and look and see what's going on.
Okay, so it's not for prevention, it's for
After the fact.
Yeah.
no,
The prevention part is going to hopefully be them on the ground during busy times and stuff like that. But that's so that they could apprehend somebody.
after the
But
fact.
sometimes people know, after. But sometimes people know there's a camera and they're not gonna do something wrong, knowing that they could get caught. So let's hope
Okay.
that's the case.
That is so true. When they see a camera, they be like, "Okay, now let's move on. Not
Yeah.
here."
Different spot.
True.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
All right. The next item on the agenda, since we didn't meet last month, was to ask you for suggestions on next year's tree lighting ceremony. I think everybody knows that it'll be the last year for that particular, it was the last year for that particular tree, who has grown old and cannot handle all those lights anymore. So we will be moving just a little bit south of that tree to the beautiful young tree that's right in the middle of the same park there. So that would be one big change for next year. Would anybody like to give any suggestions for, how the event is run so that we can improve on it for next year?
I
I
have
have
a
to
quick
say,
question.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. No, you go first.
Okay. Did the tree that we used to the one that we used this past year is gonna remain there, the tree, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, good.
definitely.
I suggest that we have better decoration for the tree. And I have other ideas, but right now, since I'm in the terminal for the waiting for the train and there's noise, I'll send it to Carla and you. But we need like better decoration for the tree.
Okay, that's good. If you could send your ideas to Carla and she'll share with us with the committee.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other suggestions?
Yeah, Barbara, if I could just jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really enjoyed the event. It was really nice. You guys did a great job. The only thing I would say, and Carla, maybe you could do this with the, so traffic was a disaster. That was like exceptionally bad. The
Yeah.
traffic over there on Bruce. So, um, maybe to get NYPD to set up a lane for 4 or 5 cars to park for elected officials.
Oh,
So there's no issues with parking for elected officials because they want to hop on the grass, and then there
that's
could be an
right. There
issue.
were quite a few cars parked on the grass, I noticed.
So I don't, like at NYPD, but it gets out of hand quick. So you got an NYPD, they got a ton of materials and stuff, but like for the elected officials and stuff, if you get like some cones for like 5 spots, 4 spots along, I don't know if they're able to do that, but let's just keep that in mind for next year.
Okay, so that would be along the curb then on the parkway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's a good idea. Okay, thank you, Joe. Any other ideas? All right, we will continue then.
I have one.
Yes, go ahead,
Yeah,
Chad.
more cider. We got there at 6 and the cider ran out.
Yeah,
More cider.
okay. Yeah. I think it depends on, the donations we get too, as far as how much they're able to get. So we'll have to
Yeah,
work harder on that.
I'm gonna see if I can get some donations, so maybe we could have ginger tea and also hot chocolate.
Okay, that would be fine.
We had hot chocolate.
Okay, we did through, I believe, the kids from the precinct set up a table back there and they were
Yes.
putting it out. But we certainly could use more because with the food, it always goes very quickly. The drinks, it's a cold night, whatever, and before you know it, before we even start, sometimes everything is gone. All right, Chad, I see your hand up again. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to put it down.
Oh, okay.
I
No
just
problem.
I have one other suggestion. Maybe if we can get I don't know how or who's responsible for lighting. It's although it is nice, it's still very when it gets dark, it's really dark in some of the areas. So it's hard to see, like the book table, the tables that are set up across from the stage. It's really hard to see. Like I use my phone light just to make it a little more
All
lighter.
right, that's a good point. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Right, so we have quite a few good suggestions there, and I'm sure Carla will take them into account when we get ready for next year. All right, next item, we did get a request for renaming the area, I guess it was the the area where the skateboarders are after a community resident who was very active in getting the contract for that. All right. I believe his name was Doug Condit. He used to attend many of our parks meetings, and he gave a lot of time into getting the funding for the skate park and whatever. According to the rules, you have to wait 3 years before you can ask to have an area renamed in the park. The only problem right now is that somebody other than a board member has to come forward and obtain signatures from the local community to have this done. Now, the suggestion came from a board member, so at this point, it's not valid. So at this time, if anybody knows of anybody in the area who would like to see that done, maybe you can encourage them to stop by the board office, get a few petitions, pages for petitions, and get some signatures of the park owners. But that is the status of that request right now. Okay, any comments on that? No, okay.
How about a former board member?
Oh, that's okay, as long as the person isn't on the board, right? That would be okay.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
can we?
so-
Sorry,
Oh,
Carla.
sorry.
Can we like? Even though we're not nominating to have it done, can we, as a community board? I knew Doug very well. Can we maybe put something on Community Board 7's website saying, if you would like to, I don't know how we can prompt it, because I don't think the public knows that someone not from the board has to submit that request. So maybe if we can I don't know how we can let the community, let the public know without it looking like we are initiating it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you know if he had any family?
No, I don't know. I didn't know him personally. I knew him from the Oval.
So from my experience with street co-namings, you usually have a family member who's advocating for this to happen, because you not only need a letter from the community board, you need a letter from your council member, you need a letter from your borough president's office, and it's always helpful for you to get letters from other community organizations around the area. So it is a lot of work to get all those letters, and then in order to submit to the Parks Department. So it's usually very helpful when family members of the person who, they're able to spearhead all of this. It's a lengthy process.
All right, Carla, if I recall, I believe he had one relative who lived in the Midwest, from what I recall at that time. So at this point, it would have to be somebody who knows him or knew him. All right, we'll move on to anybody here that we have from the recreation centers. I believe we do have someone from St. James. Are you still with us?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I'm sorry. Trying to find the button.
Can you let us know, Fatima, what's going on there?
St. James has a couple events coming up. And this week, Friday, it's a Heart and Scribble event where children can come and make cards for their parents, their loved ones. February 14th, we have a silent disco event from 5 to 8. March, we have a couple of events coming up, but I'll talk about that in March. Hope Park is actually partially open from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, from 2 to 6.
And that's the area, the indoor area, correct?
The indoor, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you have any special activities there?
Yeah, they do different stuff every day. I don't have the calendar on me. It's and Wednesday. It's only open on Wednesdays for yoga from I believe 12 to 1.
Okay.
It's no official flyer because they started about 2 weeks ago. So they were seeing how it was gonna go, how the community was gonna respond. But a lot of people from the community was just walking into the center saying how much they appreciated the fact that it was open.
Oh, okay.
So this was just like a trial. So in April, I'll have a more definitive schedule.
Okay, good. Thank
So
you,
that
Fatima.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. Do we have anybody here from Williamsbridge Oval? No. All right. From any of our other parks? Any volunteer groups? Toby, are you on? Do you have anything to say about DeVoe Park? No. I see your name here, but okay. I guess she's having.
Barbara, I think the Friends of the Vote Park is having their quarterly meeting on February 28th. I can send you the updates. They sent me a calendar invite, so I will
Okay.
be attending the meeting.
All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. We also have a few announcements. Carla received a list of all the areas in our board that will be getting new trees or are in the process of getting them. Carla, do you have the list that you could put up? Okay. All right. Take a look. You may see your street. Okay. Wow. Now, I'm assuming all these have not been set up yet. Some of them I have seen in my area, but
So some of them have some of them are completed.
yes.
You can see on the status it says completed, and then you have some other ones that are still in the works.
Okay, so that'll.
They mentioned in the email was that the weather,
Right, so wait.
still has not been. And then the ground is frozen too for planting. So you have a lot of them that are still on the schedule.
Right.
But they also have a website where you can go and see the actual map.
Oh, okay.
I put them on the list, but there's a map too that you can that's a little bit more user friendly than the list that I provided.
Mhm. Yes, definitely. Okay. I'm glad to see we're getting more than a few in our area. Okay. All right, thank you, Carla. Oh, good. All right. Okay, that's the full list then. You don't have a number off the top of your head as to how many we got in our area?
The chicken egg. Okay, hold on. Let me see. So we have. Let me go down to the bottom of the list. I think we got 507 new trees.
Wow. All throughout the community board. That's good.
All throughout the community board, yes.
That's great.
Mhm.
Very good. Thank you, Parks. If you had anything to do with the numbers. That's good. Okay, we will move the agenda. We have another announcement. The 32nd annual Bronx Park Speak Out or Speak Up, I should say, will be held. It's always held the last Saturday in February. It'll be on February 28th at the Music Building on Lehman campus. It's an event that you had the opportunity to meet people from the Parks Department, and the topic this year is Power of Parks. So it should be very interesting, and it usually starts around 11. They serve free lunch. You can get your lunch there and whatever. And then they also at 11 o'clock have in a separate room many groups that are parks related. And you can pick up literature and probably meet people if you go every year, people that you know. And then the formal program usually begins around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So if you're free on Saturday, the 28th, and you're a parks lover, I suggest you attend. All right. Our next meeting is set for March 11th. That's the second Wednesday of the month. And do we have any items for the agenda that anybody would like me to add? Well, we certainly, hopefully, will have an update from Joe. Hopefully, the snow will have disappeared, and Tasha and the teams will be back on the field. A question for you, Joe, while you're here. You mentioned that the athletic field at the Oval is not in good shape. Are there plans to renovate it?
Did you have it on your list?
No, I didn't, but I maybe next month you could let us know what if any of our electeds have offered to
Sure, I'll
fund it.
touch base with Kat and see if there's been any commitments.
Okay, because if it's in bad shape, it means usually that it's also not safe to use. So hopefully we'll be able to get a replacements. How long is that surface down there at that particular park? Do you know? And
No, it's been there for a long time.
I think it was one of the earliest that got the artificial turf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it might be interesting to know how long the average turf actually lasts, the artificial.
I think they've come a long way with that technology, so
I hope
it's
so.
definitely gotten better. I think the lifespans, and that's the older, like the new stuff. If you go by Harris Field,
Yeah,
is really nice. It's totally different surface.
yeah. I saw that. Now the big question will be how long it lasts before repairs have to be done. So we'll see.
Time will tell.
Yeah, and how. And you'll let us know next month and what plans are for this particular field.
Yes.
Certainly don't want to put the youngsters out there if it's not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. All right. Any other items you would like added to the agenda for next month? All right. So at this point, I think, Carla, did anybody else come in to give us a quorum?
I believe I saw Toby, but we're still a little short one person.
She said she couldn't unmute.
So yes, in order for you to be present, you have to unmute and say that you're present. Unfortunately, yes.
Wasn't able to. All right. Okay. So at least I feel that we got a lot of the questions that we had on the agenda answered. And I thank many people for coming out. Wherever you are, you were able to join us. And we'll follow up next month. I thank the Parks people, Joe, and there was somebody else on from Parks.
Oh yeah, Val.
Val, yes, Valerie. I don't know if she's still on, but thank you, Valerie.
I'm still here, Barbara.
Oh, good. Okay. Do you want to report on anything?
No, I don't have anything from the commissioner's office. As you guys know, we do have a new agency commissioner, Tricia
Yes.
Shimomura. So, that's basically it, you know.
Okay, so maybe we'll see her up in the Bronx at this annual Bronx Park Speak Up, if we're lucky. So,
Well, if I hear anything, I'll let you guys know. But I will have to follow up with Diane, as far as
right.
what's on her calendar.
And she is originally from Queens or Manhattan.
I'm not sure I read her bio, but I know she was the Manhattan Borough Commissioner.
Okay,
And before she came to Parks, she actually worked with another city agency. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she doesn't forget the Bronx, because we certainly have more.
I don't think so, because she was in the Bronx this past weekend at one of our recreation events at Kwame Torrey in Community Board 5. So she's yes.
Good. Okay, so she's already been here. Good. All right. I
Yes.
thank Valerie and Joe for joining us from Parks, and I thank our committee from getting out and, well, not getting out, but getting on. And Carla, thank you for arranging everything. And we'll see everybody, maybe in person, March 11th. If we meet in person, it will be at the rec center at the Oval. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you again for coming on.
Good night.